Now our next topic is gear train. Now what is gear train? So any combination of gear wheel, as we all know that what is gear. So gear wheel which requires motion and power to be transmitted from one shaft to another shaft is called gear train. Any combination of gear. Here the word is any combination of gear, not one or two gear. It is a combination of gears. Any combination of gear wheel which is required for motion and power transmission from one shaft to another shaft is called gear train. Now in this series first gear is simple gear train. Yes, this is the gear 1, gear B, gear C, gear D. A, B, C, D, these are the 4 gear. It is known as simple gear because its arrangement is very simple, and wheels 1 wheel, 2 wheel, 3 wheel and 4 wheel. This is driver. Gear A is the driver, and I have to rotate gear D, that is driven gear. So this is the side view and this is the top view of the arrangement. So we can see a gear A meshes with gear B, gear B meshes with C, and C meshes with D, and from A to D power is transmitted via B and C. Now when A rotates in this direction, B rotates in this direction, C rotates in this direction, D rotates in this opposite direction. So let us assume that A drives gear B. Yes, this A gear drives gear B. ये इसको घुमा रहा है ना. Then N B by N A is equals to TA by TB. TA by TB velocity ratio, and B by NA means velocity of B, RPM of B with respect to A is equals to TA by TB. मतलब number of tilts in A divided by number of tilts in gear B. Similarly, same way, NC by NB is equals to TB by TC. B rotates C, then C और B का कॉम्बिनेशन क्या होगा? NC by NB is equals to TB by TC. And in the same way, ND by NC is equals to TC by TD, isn't it? Now NB by NA into NC by NB into ND by NC is equals to TA by TB, TA by TB into TA by TB, TB by TC, TB by TC into TC by TD, TC by TD. Okay, then when we calculate this, we get ND by NA is equals to TA by TD. So this is the velocity ratio. ND by NA is equals to TA by TD. That means these two are nothing to do with the power transmission or the velocity ratio. Okay, this is a simple gear train. Now when we move forward, then we will get compound gear train. The second type of gear train is compound gear train. Now in compound gear train, the intermediate shaft or the intermediate gear in intermediate shaft, this is shaft 1, shaft 2, shaft 3. There are 3 shafts. In shaft 1 gear is attached. In shaft 2 B and C 2 gears are attached, and shaft 3 में एक gear attached है जिसका नाम है D. तो in intermediate shaft, this is intermediate shaft in which 2 gears are attached, है ना. तो A drives B, or since B and C are on the same shaft, that's why B and C rotates on the same velocity, and now C is attached to D, that's why C drives D. This is called compounding of gear, or the compound gear. Now velocity ratios will be NB by NA is equals to TA by TB and ND by NC is equals to NC by TD. Now NB by NA into ND by NC is equals to TA by TB into TC by TD. Now since NC is equals to NB, isn't it? Compound gear, because NC is equals to NC is equals to NB. B and C velocity same, then NC is equals to NB because of compound gear, because it's lie on the same shaft. That's why ND by NA is equals to TA by TB into TC by TD. So this is the velocity ratio for the compound gear train. So compound gear train, this is the velocity ratio for the compound gear train. Now the third type of gear train is known as reverted gear train. Since in reverted gear train, it is the advanced form of compound gear train. It is advanced in the form that it is a compound gear. No doubt it is a compound gear, but in compound gear, in previous, we see this one shaft is there, second shaft is there, third shaft is in here. But we use reverted gear in such a situation where we need the same speed in the same axis but on other shaft. That means here we need gear A and gear B are on the same axis. The axis is same, but we need a different gear ratio. When we need a different gear ratio on the same axis, then we use reverted gear train, in which there are in first shaft gear A is attached. This is gear A. Gear A is attached. Now with gear A, gear B is attached, and A drives B. Gear A drives B, and B and C are on the same. A drives B. This is B. A drives B, and B and C. This bigger will is the C on the same shaft. That's why this velocity of B and C are same. Now C drives D. This is small, but its velocity ratio will be different, but it will be on the same axis. So when we need the different velocity ratio on the same axis, then we use reverted gear train or this arrangement. Now velocity ratio will be same as compound gear. Okay, velocity ratio will be the same as the compound gear. Now epicyclic gear train. Epicyclic gear train, this is the arrangement of epicyclic gear train. Now in epicyclic gear train, the axis of the shaft on which the gears are mounted may have the relative motion between them. It may be consist of a simple, compound, or mixed gear train. It is also known as sometimes sun and planet gear, epicyclic gear, in which different simple gears can be arranged, or compound gears can be arranged, or any types of gear can be arranged. This is the most simple epicyclic gear train arrangement, in which we see a gear A which is mounted on some base is there, in which gear A is mounted. Okay, now gear A is attached to gear B. but it is not mounted in any base or in any shaft, but it is attached with arm C. This is arm C, which attached to gear A and gear B. So gear B rests on gear A and arm C. These are the two supporting hand for gear B. Now sun and planet gear are the most advanced of epicyclic gear train. Now we will see what is the velocity ratio of epicyclic gear train. Okay, now what is the velocity ratio of epicyclic gear train in tabular form? Okay, we will use in tabular form. Now we are NB by NA is equals to minus TA by TB. NB by NA is equals to minus TA by TB. NB by NA means speed of gear B with respect to A is minus TA. TA divided by B. Now we will assume why we will taking minus. Now since NA is we will assume NA one revolution. We are assuming it. This is assumption, just assumption. Nothing real, but it is just an assumption. NA rotates one time. NA rotates. Okay. Therefore, NB will be minus TA by TB. If it is 1, if N is 1, then minus TA by TB. Since we are taking here minor revolution, because it depends on gear A. When gear A rotates, it will rotate on the other side, and which is minus sin TA by TB. Now if we give minus 1 revolution to arm C, if we give minus 1 revolution to arm C, therefore NB will be minus 1 minus TA by TB. Since if minus 1 is revolution is given to arm C, then NB would be minus 1 minus TA by TB. Already minus TA by TB and minus 1 since R. Now when we plot in a tabular form, then this is serial number, this is operation. What type of operation we are doing? Now revolutions. Revolution of element. Now revolution of element consists of, there are three things: arm, gear A and gear B. Only 3 arrangements are there for the revolution. Okay, operation is there, serial number is there. Now in serial number 1, we will see in serial number 1, fix arm and plus 1 revolution to gear A. In first format, we will fix arm and give plus 1 revolution to gear A. Then in arm there is no motion. In gear A plus 1 revolution, because we are giving plus 1 revolution. Then in gear B minus TA by TB. Okay, this is one. Now in second, multiply by M. M motion. Then 0 multiplied by 0, it is multiplied by M, then it will be plus M and when it is multiplied, then m ta by tb. Okay, now in third step we will add n to all element. Now n to all element, then 0 plus n and m, it is n, and this is n. We will add n to all the element, then in 4 step, that is total motion. We will got the total motion as n, m plus n, and finally we will get minus m ta by tb plus n. Okay, this is the final formula for our epicyclic gear train. Okay, now thank you very much.